Good morning. So I'm reporting on causal link monitoring, the context, and the mechanism. Causal link monitoring is an integrated design and monitoring to support adaptive management of projects. It focuses on how specific individuals or organization use result to achieve other result. So in short, when we talk about causal link monitoring, it's a method used in policy evaluation to establish and track causal relationship between policy intervention and their outcome. So this is how usually causal links are being done using a logic model. We'll discuss that further as we proceed with the discussion. So there are different processes involved in causal link monitoring, but I've broken them down into 7 steps. So three for project design, three for monitoring, and a final step we call a redesign. So there are 7 steps as shown in these slides. I'll expound them on them further on the next. So the first step is to build a logic model. So CLM is most effective when a project is depicted through a logic model. Now, I'll illustrate later on what is an example of a logic model. But the logic model illustrates the logical relationship between output and outcomes related to achieving the project purpose, which is associated with measures and assumption to track the theory of change. Second step in CLM or causal link monitoring is to specify the assumption, okay, behind the causal link and the CLM logic model. So the planner or the one conducting the evaluation or monitoring use project narrative and logic model to describe how specific actors transform result at what level into those of the next. So during the implementation, logic model is updated by adding observed process. So learning within the implementation itself. Okay. Third is enhance the logic model with contextual factors and diverse perspective. So basically, again, you input learnings that you gain while implementing the project. So external events and conditions. So basically, you do situation analysis that would provide information about the project's context, including insights into the underlying theory of change and the logic model. Okay. Next, fourth is prioritize areas of observation. So again, while you are still implementing the project, you're already learning, and that learning is through observation. So basically, it's performance monitoring and continuous learning management that you use to complement approach in this project monitoring system. Fifth is collecting monitoring data. So again, monitoring data or the observations should be taken into account using CLM. So you should take monitoring should take place when the result producing process are observable and may focus on causal links, lower level of result, or higher level of result. So basically, those learnings you apply in the CLM model. Six is you interpret and use the monitoring data for adaptive management. So again, you consider the differences between the original design and the actual implementation. Because sometimes theory and practice is really different. So when interpreting monitoring data, you need to pay attention to the full range of processes and the effects that are triggered, regardless of whether they align with your original intention or not. And lastly, you revise the logic model. So again, CLM process should be updated. No? You need to restart the CLM process by updating your logic model based on the learnings you get out of the process. So it's a three key system concept. So the interrelationship, perspective, and boundaries. So basically, those three you need to take into account while revising your logic model. Okay? To have a better picture and understand how CLM is applied in the specific policy, I have here a draft uh, uh, example. You know? So the policy context is the government implemented a policy to improve literacy rates among primary school students. The policy includes measures such as teacher training, distribution of learning materials, and supplementary reading programs. So the objectives of the policy, of course, is to improve reading proficiency among the primary school students and increase students' engagement in reading activities. So using causal link monitoring, first, you need to identify the causal links. So define the causal relationship between the policy intervention and the expected outcome. So for instance, teacher training, improve teaching quality, enhance student reading skills, distribution of learning materials, increase access to reading resources, and improve literacy rates. And supplementary reading programs increase student engagement and give higher reading proficiency. So that's the causal model. Okay. So develop the indicator. So you identify assumption about those causal links. So create indicators to monitor each step in the causal chain. So of course, when we say improve teaching quality, number of teachers trained, observe changes in teaching methods. Increase access to reading resources, the quantity and quality of reading materials distributed, student to book ratio. Then increase student engagement, frequency of participation in reading programs, student attendance in supplementary session, enhance student reading skills, and standardized test scores for literacy assessment. Then you collect baseline data. So you gather initial data before the implementation of the policy to establish a baseline comparison. Know whether or not how many students are engaged in reading, the literacy rate, teacher methodology. So monitor and collect data is the fourth one. You regularly collect data on the defined indicators. Use various data collection methods such as surveys, interviews, classroom observation, and standardized tests. Then you analyze the data. Analyze the collected data while the policy is being implemented. No, you need to do this to evaluate the progress and effectiveness of the policy. So look for the evidence of the causal link. So you compare the baseline with the post-implementation data to identify changes in teaching quality, resource access, student engagement, and literacy rate. So assess whether improvements in the intermediate outcomes, teaching quality, student engagement, correlate with the final outcome, which is enhanced reading skills. And 6 and 7, basically, I combine them. You adjust the policy. You create a new causal model. Based on the findings, make necessary adjustment to the policy to address any gaps or challenges. For example, if increased student engagement is not translating into higher reading proficiency, additional support or modification to the reading programs might be needed. So that's it. That's basically my report on causal link monitoring, context, and mechanism. Thank you.